Iran's military power is one of the most strategically significant and heavily analyzed defense systems in the Middle East, shaped by decades of war experience, geopolitical pressure, and a doctrine built on asymmetry, deterrence, and regional influence. Unlike many modern militaries that rely heavily on foreign alliances and imported systems, Iran has developed a largely self-reliant military structure due to years of international sanctions and restrictions, which forced it to build domestic defense industries, reverse engineer foreign technology, and create unconventional warfare capabilities that focus more on endurance, adaptability, and regional dominance than on traditional large-scale power projection. The foundation of Iran's military strength is divided into two major forces, the regular army, known as Artesh, and the Islamic Revolutionary Corps, or IRGC, and both of these forces operate with different roles but ultimately contribute to a unified national defense strategy, where the IRGC is more ideologically driven and focused on asymmetry warfare, missile forces, and regional influence, while the regular army maintains conventional defense capabilities, including ground forces, navy, and air force operations. Over the years, Iran has placed massive emphasis on its missile program, which is widely considered one of the most advanced in the region, with a wide range of short, medium, and long-range ballistic missiles capable of reaching targets across the Middle East and beyond. And this missile capability is central to Iran's deterrence strategy because it compensates for limitations in its air force, which is considered older and less advanced compared to Western and some regional competitors. Iran's missile arsenal includes systems designed for precision strikes, rapid deployment, and saturation attacks, and it is believed that Iran has developed mobile launch platforms and underground missile bases to increase survivability in the event of conflict, making its missile forces difficult to neutralize in a first strike scenario. In addition to ballistic missiles, Iran has invested heavily in cruise missiles and drone technology, and in recent years, its drone program has gained international attention due to the production of low-cost but highly effective unmanned aerial vehicles that can be used for surveillance, reconnaissance, and precision strikes, and these drones have been exported or shared with allied groups across the region, which extends Iran's military influence beyond its borders without direct conventional deployment of troops. Iran's naval power also plays a crucial strategic role, particularly in the Persian Gulf and the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most important oil transit choke points in the world. And Iran's naval doctrine is based on asymmetric warfare, known as swarm tactics, where small, fast attack boats, submarines, and coastal missile systems are used to overwhelm larger and technologically superior naval forces, creating a highly contested maritime environment where even superior navies must operate with caution. The IRGC Navy specifically is trained for rapid, unconventional engagements, and Iran has also developed anti-ship missile systems deployed along its coastline that can target naval vessels at significant distances, reinforcing its ability to control or disrupt maritime traffic in critical situations. On land, Iran maintains a large standing army with significant manpower, artillery systems, armored vehicles, and mechanized infantry units. And although some of its equipment is older, Iran compensates through quantity, terrain advantage, and defensive depth, especially given its mountainous geography, which naturally favors defensive warfare and allows Iran to establish fortified positions that are difficult for invading forces to penetrate. Another key element of Iran's military power is its extensive network of proxy forces and allied non-state actors across the Middle East, which is one of the most important aspects of its strategic doctrine, as Iran extends its influence through support of groups in Lebanon, Iraq, Syria, and Yemen, providing them with training, funding, weapons, and tactical guidance, effectively creating a multi-layered defense and influence system that allows Iran to project power without direct conventional warfare. And this network also acts as a forward deterrent against potential adversaries by creating multiple fronts and complicating any military planning against Iran itself. Iran's air force, while not as modern as some regional powers, still maintains a fleet of fighter jets, interceptors, and transport aircraft, many of which are older models acquired before sanctions. But Iran has also attempted to modernize and upgrade these platforms domestically through reverse engineering and indigenous development. Although the effectiveness of these upgrades is often debated, Iran compensates for its air limitations through strong air defense systems, which include radar networks, surface-to-air missile systems, and integrated command structures designed to detect and respond to aerial threats across its territory. Iran has also developed indigenous air defense systems, such as the Bavar 307, which is often compared to advanced long-range air defense systems. And while independent verification of its capabilities varies, it represents Iran's effort to build strategic depth in protecting its airspace. Cyber warfare is another growing domain in Iran's military strategy, with dedicated cyber units believed to be involved in both defensive and offensive operations, targeting enemy infrastructure, gathering intelligence, and protecting Iranian networks from external attacks. And this cyber capability adds another layer to Iran's hybrid warfare approach, which combines conventional forces, missiles, drones, naval tactics, proxies, and digital warfare into a unified strategic framework. Iran's military doctrine is fundamentally defensive in nature, but with strong retaliatory capability, meaning it focuses on deterring attacks through the promise of significant counterstrikes rather than projecting global military dominance. And this doctrine is rooted in its historical experience of the Iran-Iraq War, which shaped its belief in self-reliance and deep defense strategies that prioritize survival, endurance, and attrition warfare over rapid offensive expansion. The Iranian defense industry has expanded significantly over the years, producing a wide range of military hardware, including missiles, drones, naval vessels, small arms, and electronic warfare systems. And this domestic production capability is a critical factor in sustaining military readiness under sanctions and international restrictions, allowing Iran to maintain and even expand its capabilities without depending heavily on foreign suppliers. Training and ideological structure also play an important role, especially within the IRGC, where forces are often trained not only in conventional military tactics, but also in asymmetric warfare, psychological operations, and ideological commitment, which increases cohesion and operational resilience under pressure. Iran's geographic position further enhances its military significance, as it sits at the crossroads of the Middle East, Central Asia, and the Persian Gulf, giving it strategic depth and control over vital energy routes. And this location makes it a central player in regional security dynamics, where any conflict involving Iran has the potential to impact global energy markets and international trade routes. Despite limitations in certain conventional areas, such as advanced fighter jets or large-scale blue water naval capabilities, Iran's overall military strength lies in its ability to integrate multiple layers of